Good day po, everyone. Good day, drafting technology. So welcome to our subject entitled Total Quality Management. So for today, no, akin pong i-discuss will be the Unit 1 up until Unit 3. Pero for now, we will proceed with the Unit 1, which is the Introduction to Total Quality Management. And I hope kahit po kayo ay may mga reference na meron po sa inyong Google Classroom, no, PPTs, documents, which is yung reference nga ninyo, no, though yan ay given, pero I hope na ito pong effortan ni Sir na video presentation or discussions po about sa ating mga unit, uh, Unit 1 and Unit 2, specifically since it's part of your preliminary examinations. Okay? So sige, let's proceed with the Unit 1, Introduction to Total Quality Management. So ano nga ba si TQM or ano nga ba si Total Quality Management? Um, as I read your references or your documents, no, pag sinabi po nating Total Quality Management, it is a management approach na kung saan ang main goal po natin is continuous improvement. No, ano ba yung i-improve natin? Siyempre, yung products and services na atin pong ino-offer kay customers. Okay? So, since ang goal natin is continuous improvement, ano yung kailangan nating ma-meet? Ang iminimit po natin is the expectation ni customers. Hindi lamang po basta ma-meet. We need to exceed the expectations of our customers. So, hindi lang po ito, sabi nga na iba, hindi lang ito trabaho ng mga nasa quality control department. Hindi lang siya responsibilidad or trabaho ng ah, employee na nasa manufacturing or let's say mga manager, supervisor. Hindi po. Ano, from the word itself, total, no, lahat po ng nasa kumpanya or nasa isang manufacturing processes or services o kung company man, kung saan company man po siya makikita or let's say involved, all of the organization are involved. That's why meron tayong tinatawag na total, the word total, meaning everyone is involved. So ano ba yung focus ni TQM or ni Total Quality Management? Yun po ay yung customer satisfaction. Kasi in the end of the day, kung hindi satisfied si customer, ano mangyayari? Possible babagsak ang business, malulugi ang business. So, siguro naman, alam naman ninyo na kapag sa isang company kaya sila tumatagal is consistent yung kanilang improvement. Okay, consistent ang kanilang quality of of their service, no, and their products. Kasi hindi po pwede na minsan okay, minsan maganda, minsan sakto lang, minsan naman pangit. So kailangan, as I said, it is consistent and syempre standardized and well-monitored ang lahat ng process na meron po si company. Okay? So let's dig deep pag pinag-usapan natin si Total Quality Management. No, sabi nga dito, the TQM or the Total Quality Management is a management approach that involves everyone in an organization, from top management to frontline workers, in continuously improving processes, products, and services. As I said, ano lahat involved, no, hanggang sa pinakamay-ari or sa CEO up until sa mga frontline workers. No, or hindi lang ito trabaho ng quality control department. Ibig sabihin, kahit anong position man or position mo sa isang company, no, ikaw po ay part or ikaw ay may role para ma-maintain at ma-improve ang quality ng isang kumpanya. Okay? And the TQM emphasizes the process control, teamwork, problem solving, and continuous improvement. Meaning, hindi lang tayo basta gumagawa ng trabaho. Titingnan natin kung ang ating mga process ay okay or hindi siya okay eh. Um, nag improve or maayos. Kasi usually, ang problem kasi sa mga process or sa isang kumpanya ay hindi laging tao. Nai-gets nyo? Parang lagi kasi ang sinisisi kapag nagkakaroon ng problema ay tao daw, yung tao. Pero hindi lahat ng nagiging problema sa isang company ay tao agad ang problema or ang may kasalanan, kundi system or yung process. Kaya that's why kay TQM, ina-analyze na natin kung saan nagkakaroon ng let's say delay, saan may error, at ano yung parang way natin or paraan natin para maiwasan ulit yung ganong mga klaseng pangyayari or problems. Okay? And TQM class, tatandaan ninyo, is built into every stage of work. Hindi yung i-check nyo lang yung isang product or isang services sa dulo na. So each process no, na meron si total quality management ay binubusisi. No, hindi yung ang titingnan mo lang ay yung output, yung total or yung ang tawag doon, yung mismong product na. Hindi po ganun. Let's say for example, sa isang program, pag kayo ay nagpo-program or kung sino man dito ang marunong mag-programming, syempre hindi mo hihintayin na matapos yung isang program bago ka mag-debug. Yung debug kasi parang inaano yun, parang tinitingnan kung ano yung error, ano yung mali. No? Dapat habang ginagawa mo pa lang or habang nasa proseso ka ng programming or ng paggawa, chine-check mo na no, ano yung dapat iwasan, ano yung possible na malalaking error na pwede mong ma-encounter once na natapos. Ganun din po sa lahat ng proseso sa company. That's why TQM, no, it emphasizes the quality that is built into every stage of work. Naunawaan po ba? Ano pa? TQM is about doing things right the first time and improving them every time. Sabi ko nga, hindi lang po pwede na sasabihin mo, okay, pwede na 'yan, no? Dapat tama agad, dapat perfect agad, no? Hindi ibig sabihin na perfect na, okay na. Dapat ang mindset natin, no, ang mindset ninyo ay meron dapat tayong room for improvement. And of course, ang main goal natin is to deliver consistent quality, to reduce errors, waste, and increase the customer satisfaction. Kasi kapag less ang errors, less ang trabaho, maliles ang gastos. Ano mangyayari? Mas nagiging efficient ang organization. In short, TQM is not just a technique. It's a culture. Culture of teamwork, discipline, and continuous improvement. And honestly, kahit sa buhay po natin, no, applicable po yan. Kahit sa buhay ninyo ay applicable yan. And I hope itong subject na to will help you improve kung ano man yung ating gustong gawin sa buhay. Okay, sobrang going back, ano nga ba si quality? Kasi yun yung word na na-emphasize kanina eh. The total quality management. We are focusing on the quality. No, quality is the ability of a product or service to meet and exceed the customer expectations. Ibig sabihin, hindi lamang po pasado dapat. Dapat ma-exceed pa yung expectation ni customer. Halimbawa, kung ang expectation mo or expectation ng iyong customer is kailangan maayos ang output, dapat hindi lang siya basta maayos. Dapat accurate, no, on time, at walang error. Okay? Pero tatandaan ninyo, quality is not only what is produced, but also how it is produced. Kasi kahit maganda ang final output, kung minadali mo naman, kung madami ka namang ang tawag dito, revisions or rework, hindi standard ang process, may problem pa rin kay quality. Kaya ang importante, no, tama dapat ang procedure, proper tools, meron tayong standard practices, no, na kailangan sundin. That's why meron tayong word na quality. Kasi sa engineering or sa technology field, dapat may process control, may quality checks, no, from start to finish. Hindi yung i-check mo lang ay nasa yung finished, yung product na, yung services na. Dapat, sabi ko nga, every process, every step by step, ay meron dapat quality checks. May control, may process control. Okay? And quality class is not only about technical performance. Hindi lang po ito tungkol sa functionality. Kasama po dito yung tinatawag nating experience, reliability, and consistency. No? Halimbawa, gumawa ka ng isang system, gumagana si system, pero ano nangyayari? Madalas pong nagka-crash. Hindi po quality. Hindi po consistent ang performance. Just like sa paggawa niyo ng floor plan or bago gumawa ng isang bahay or ng isang building. Di ba before naman siya i-build, meron kayong mga floor plan, meron kayong mga kailangan ipa-approve, ipa-check, no, bago siya i-build or gawin. Kailangan mapirmahan niya ng ah, civil engineers, architects, ano pa, mga electrical engineers, mga sanitary. So sa lahat ng aspeto na hindi po pwede na na-build na yan, no, na-build mo na yung bahay, na-build nyo na yung building, no, even though na siya i-function, functionable, natitirhan, ano nangyayari? Ang daming sira, ang daming mabilis gumuho. Alam niyo yun, parang may mga ganong nangyayari. Yun yung gusto kong i-emphasize dito. Yung quality kasi ay combination ng tamang output at tamang proseso. Siyempre, consistency, experience. Hindi lang po pwede na okay, pwede na to. No, dapat laging excellent. Dapat the best among the rest. Hala, mali. Yon, ha. Yan po ang quality. Okay, it is not only technical performance but also experience, reliability, and consistency. Okay? So ito ay natanong ko na sa inyo. Now, how do companies achieve quality? Sabi dito, companies don't just hope for quality. They control and improve their processes constantly. Ibig sabihin, hindi sila umaasa or kayo dapat ay hindi umaasa sa swerte or sa talent ng inyong mga empleyado. Quality is planned, controlled, and continuously improving. Dapat may system kayo. Kasi sa bawat company, they control their processes constantly. Halimbawa, meron silang mga standard procedures, may mga step-by-step workflow, may mga quality checks, no, sa lahat ng stages. Hindi nila hinihintay na magkaroon ng complaint from the customer bago sila mag-adjust sa product or sa service na kanilang pinoprovide. Kasi habang ginagawa pa lang yung product or yung service, minomonitor na agad. That's why meron tayong meron tayong mga survey, di ba, mga ganon. Meron tayong data gathering from customers, evaluation, regular evaluation, galing kay customers, galing kay, let's say, quality assurance engineers, no, check nila. Kasi quality is built into the process, not inspected only at the end. Kapag kasi may nakita silang error or let's say inefficiency, kailangan ina-analyze agad nila. Ano yung root cause? Ano yung pinagmulan? At inaayos agad nila. para hindi na siya umulit. Okay? Quality is not by accident, class. It is the result of consistent control, proper standards, teamwork, and continuous improvement. That is how companies maintain excellence. Kaya pansinin nyo madaming tumatagal na kumpanya. No? It's because of their improvement, continuous improvement, yung kanilang standard. 'Di ba meron tayong mga certification for standardization. So yun, no, kailangan ganun talaga. Okay? So let's proceed with what is TQM. Oh, sir, nasabi nyo na. Oh, ano yung TQM? Himay-himayin natin. Si TQM is way of thinking. Hindi lang po ito strategy or program. Mindset po siya. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng organization from top management hanggang sa frontline workers, iniisip nila, no, dapat iniisip ninyo, paano natin mapapaganda ito? Paano natin magiging standardize ang mga ito? No? It is a way of thinking and it is a continuous process. Hindi ito one-time project na kesyo, okay, merong quality improvement this month lang, next month lang. Dapat tuloy-tuloy. No, every day, every week, no, every month. Mas maganda nga every day eh. No, na even though meron siyang small improvements, no, kasi yung mga small improvements ay hindi natin masyadong napapansin, pero kahit maliit yung nangyayari or maliit yung pagbabago, basta consistent, malaki yung impact in the long run. No, third, start with the customer. Kasi kay TQM, ang center natin is our customer. Lahat ng decisions, lahat ng design, production services ay nakabase sa needs and expectations ng customer. Kung ano ang value, no? Kung ano ang value nila, kung ano yung gusto nila, yun ang ating priority. Just like sa paggagawa ninyo ng let's say bahay. Kunwari um meron kayong client, okay? Siyempre, gusto ng client, ay gusto ko po ng dalawa ang bedroom, tapos tatlo ang CR, dalawa ang CR, gusto ko po may balkonahe, no? Gusto ko po loft type, kasi yun yung gusto ni customer. And kayo as a draftsman, no? Kayo ang magdi-design o let's say mga products or design ng isang gamit. No, gusto ko ganito. Ang gusto ng customers nyo, mga ganitong klaseng itsura or design and functionality. So, syempre, tayo, ang susundin natin will be the customer's needs. Ano yung gusto nila? Ano yung expectations nila? Yun yung priority natin. Okay, that's why TQM starts with the customer. Ang center natin will be the customer. Okay? So, si TQM, no, it is quality rather than quantity that matters. Mas importante po ang final output kaysa, or let's say, mas importante ang tamang output, yung correct output, kaysa sa madaming output pero ang dami namang defects. Kasi kapag ang quality, kung quality ang focus natin, ano mangyayari? Automatic, tataas ang trust ng customer, reputation ng company, and long-term success ng kumpanya. Kasi si TQM, hindi lang siya umiikot sa apat na ito. Si TQM is a mindset, continuous improvement, customers focus and choosing quality over quantity all the time. Okay? So meron ako dito na approach to quality. May nakikita kayong layers, no? Yan yung tinatawag nating approach to quality. From pinaka-basic hanggang pinaka-abstract na understanding in terms of quality. So kung makikita ninyo, yung pinakababa, yung unang layer sa loob, yan po yung tinatawag nating manufacturing-based approach. Dito po, sa manufacturing based approach, ibig sabihin, quality means conformance to standard. Yun lang. Yun muna. Kasi mamaya emphasize natin kung ano-ano ba yung mga approaches to quality na yan. Para lang at least meron kayong idea. Okay? Ano pa? After na manufacturing-based approach, meron tayong product-based approach. Ito naman yung quality is based on measurable characteristics. Okay? Product-based naman yon. When we say user-based approach, ito naman yung binibase natin yung quality in terms of customer satisfaction. Okay, after ng user base, meron tayong tinatawag na value-based approach. Dito naman, ang tinitingnan natin ay quality, no? Yung quality is about the value for money. Kung worth it ba yung presyo or not. And then lastly, we have the uh, transcendence. Okay? So talagang ito naman yung medyo abstract in terms of quality. Kasi nakafocus siya sa excellence ng mismong quality ng product. Okay? So proceed tayo with the first one, the transcendent approach. No, I can't define it, but I know it when I see it. Yan po yung tinatawag natin transcendent approach. Ibig sabihin, mahirap siyang i-measure using numbers, specification, or technical standards. Pero kapag nakita po natin or nakita ninyo, alam mo na agad na mataas ang quality. Yan po yung tinatawag ng transcendence approach. Quality means level of excellence na hindi lang siya basta pasado sa standard. Exceptional siya. Yung tipong premium, no, world class. Wow. Mataas ang reputation. Halimbawa, may mga products or services tayo na kahit hindi mo pa naman natitingnan ang specs, no, alam mo na agad na high quality dahil sa brand and reputations, tsaka yung overall image. For example, Apple. Familiar naman kayo sa Apple, ano? Si Apple, no, isa siyang one of the most famous brand of mobile phones or electronic devices, no? Kahit hindi natin na-experience or hindi natin nakikita, no, alam natin na yung kanilang mga product is quality kasi naka-impart na sa kanilang reputation, sa kanilang pangalan. No, quality is instinctively recognized. Ito ay based sa experience, perception, and reputation ng isang company. Kung consistent ang magandang performance ng isang company, over time, ay nagkakaroon sila ng image of excellence. At kahit walang detailed technical explanation, no, alam ng customer at nararamdaman ng customer na okay, iba to. Parang maganda talaga yung product na to or yung services nila. Yan po yung tinatawag nating transcendence approach. No, it is more about perception of excellence kaysa measurable standards. It's quality that goes beyond numbers. It's about reputations, experience, and overall impressions of superiority. Okay? Yan po yung tinatawag nating transcendence approach. Eh sir, ano naman yung product-based approach? Ayan, nakikita nyo na, naging example. Inuna kong example, si Apple. Now, when we say product-based approach, quality can be measured. Ibig sabihin, nakabase sila sa attributes ng isang product, yung measurable characteristics. No, tulad na nakikita nyo sa screen, no? Yung size, yung strength, yung durability, yung accuracy, yung speed, capacity, and other technical specification. So sa approach po ng product-based, no, quality is defined in terms of measurable features. The more features, the better the specification. The higher the quality, no, the higher the quality, the better. Halimbawa, let's say yung mga cellphone, mataas ang load capacity, no? Let's say mas precise ang dimension, mas matibay ang materyales. Ibig sabihin, higher quality from engineering perspective, no, talagang mas maayos. Kaya yung product-based approach is heavily dependent based sa kanyang data and specification. May measurements, may testing results. No, meron tayong tinatawag na performance metrics. Kasi the very objective ng product-based approach ay kailangan align sa engineering standards. Pero tatandaan ninyo, more features do not always mean better quality para kay user. Minsan sa sobrang daming specifications, ang daming features, minsan masyado siyang complicated, mas mahal. Or let's say hindi naman kailangan ng customer yung mga extra features na yon. So kahit mataas yung specs, kung hindi naman siya align sa needs ng mga users, hindi pa rin siya fully quality. Okay, so si product-based approach, nakafocus siya sa measurable attributes and technical excellence. But we must always balance uh, the measurable attributes and technical excellence with actual users needs. So talagang naka-base tayo or naka-focus tayo sa kung ano yung pangangailangan ng ating mga customers. Okay? Next, kung kanina ay meron tayong product-based, meron din po tayong user-based approach. No, dito naman, quality is what the customers wants. Ibig sabihin, ang isang product ay masasabi nating mataas ang quality kung nasasatisfy natin yung needs at expectation ng gumagamit, ng customer, ng client. So sa approach po ng user-based approach, mahalaga po nating maintindihan at maunawaan yung tinatawag nating customer satisfaction. Hindi lang kasi tinitingnan kung maganda ang pagkakagawa ng isang product. No, kung magagamit niya ba ito ng maayos, kung talagang siya ba ay nakakatulong kay user. Halimbawa, kahit maganda yung let's say design ng isang gadget, kung hindi naman ito convenient gamitin or hindi pasok sa preference ng customer, maaring hindi po niya ito ituring na high quality. Just like sa mga designs ninyo sa bahay. If you're going to create a floor plan, no, hindi lang kayo basta-basta gagawa ng isang floor plan without the satisfaction or the needs of the customers or the client or your client. Na hindi, okay, let's say, ang ganda ng itsura, pero yung loob, yung convenient na gusto ng client ninyo, hindi naman nasunod. Maganda nga outside, pero hindi gusto ng kliyente. Yun yung ini-emphasize ni user-based approach. Importanteng matandaan po ninyo na magkakaiba po ang taste and preference ng mga tao. Ibig sabihin, walang isang product ang kayang isatisfy or kayang pasayahin ang lahat ng tao. Kaya yung mga companies, ano ginagawa nila? So survey sila, nakuha sila ng mga feedbacks, re-research sila sa market para mas malaman nila, mas maunawaan nila kung ano talaga yung gusto ng customer. Okay, yun po si user-based approach. Ang sukatan ng quality ay nakasalalay sa kung gaano ka-satisfied ang gumagamit ng product. Okay? Yun po yung tinatawag nating user-based approach. Yan. Ito naman yung nakikita natin sa ating mga industry, lalong-lalo na sa mga manufacturing. Okay? So ito po yung tinatawag nating manufacturing-based approach, na ang quality means meeting standards and specification. Yan ang motto no, ng mga nasa manufacturing. Ibig sabihin, ng isang product ay masasabi nating quality kung nasunod niya yung mga requirements, na meet niya yung standards na meron si company. Okay, so going back, so sa approach po na ito, ang focus po ay consistency at pagiging defect-free ng products. Kasi gusto nating siguraduhin na pare-pareho yung quality ng bawat unit, no, na ginawa natin. Dapat walang defects, dapat walang mali sa productions. Let's say for example, mga company na gumagawa ng laptop, cellphones, kailangan pare-pareho ang performance. Dapat walang factory defects sa lahat po ng unit na lumalabas. Okay? So that's why standard ay lagi talagang nagmumula sa company. Sila yung nagsaset ng specifications, ano yung dapat na size, ano yung exact design, the functionality of the product. Kasi mamimit natin si quality in terms of process control and precision. Meaning, maingat, sobrang detailed, mas maingat yung monitoring ng production process para mas maiwasan po natin ang errors. Sa madaling salita, si manufacturing-based approach, ang quality ay nakadepende sa kung gaano kaayos at gaano ka-accurate ang paggawa po ng product ayon sa standard ng company. Okay? Yun po si manufacturing-based approach. Sir, ano naman yung value-based approach? No, si value-based approach naman, ito naman yung tinatawag nating quality depends on the price. Yan, nagkakaroon na kayo ng idea, no? It's all about the price, the market price of the product. Ibig sabihin, sinusukat ang quality ng isang product based sa halaga or based sa value na binabayaran compare sa benefit na nakukuha ng mga customers. Kaya pansinin nyo, no, merong mga product na mura, pero the quality bagsak. Meron namang mga ah, mahal sa market, pero mataas naman ang quality. O kaya naman, dito kasi sa value-based approach, kailangan mas matimbang ang quality. Dapat yung quality niya ay in line with the cost or the price of the product. Hindi ibig sabihin na ang pinaka, let's say, mamahaling product, siya na yung pinakamaganda. Minsan, mas mataas pa ang value ng isang product na mas mura, no? Pero kahit siya ay mura, nagbibigay siya ng magandang performance and satisfaction. Kaya pansinin niyo, ay hindi ako mag-a-Apple kasi same lang din naman ng feature kay let's say Samsung or let's say kay other brand of phones. No, okay lang din naman yun. Same din naman. Nasa-satisfy naman ako. Maganda naman ang performance. Kasi yung concept of value-based approach ay yung tinatawag nating best value for money. Ibig sabihin, ang let's say, pinakamahusay na product or pinaka-quality at pinakamaayos na product ay hindi lamang po nakadepende sa price, kundi yung iisipin natin kung sulit ba yung bayad na binigay natin kay product, sulit ba yung features, yung meron ba siyang durability, yung usefulness, no, siya ba ay nakuha ni user. Kasi si value-based approach ay siya yung naghahanap ng balance ah, in terms of quality at price of the product. Yun po yung tinatawag nating value-based approach. Quality depends on the price. Okay, naiintindihan po. Next, we have here the three types of quality. No, kasi kung makikita nyo, quality must be ensured from the very beginning up to the moment of customers uses the product or services. So meron po tayong tatlo. Number one, which is the quality of the design. Second will be quality of conformance. And lastly, the quality of performance. Okay, yung idea kasi ng quality, no, dapat ay ma-meet itong types of quality. Simula sa pagde-design no, hanggang sa paggamit ng mga customers, ng product, or let's say services. Okay, doon po nakadepende si quality. Okay? Okay. So let's proceed with the quality of design. No, designing the right product or services. No, ito po ay nakatukoy sa paggawa ng tamang product or service sa isang company. No, dito pa lang po pinaplano na kung ano yung mga let's say mga features, functions and specification ng isang product. No, ano ba yung kailangan nilang punan or let's say ay ma-meet sa needs of the users. Okay, yun po si quality of design. Second will be the quality of conformance. Ibig sabihin, yung paggawa po ng ating product ng tama, depende sa design. Na dito natin chinecheck kung nasusunod ba yung production process based sa standard para maiwasan po yung mga defects and errors ng isang product. Okay, and then lastly, we have the quality of performance. We need to ensure that it works well for the customers. Nakafocus siya sa actual na functions ng product pag ginagamit na siya ni customers. Titingnan ninyo, no, titingnan natin dito kung maayos ba talagang gumagana or nagpa-function yung product. Kung ano yung nai-experience ng users, ano yung mga expected benefits. Okay, so these three types of quality ay ini-ensure that the product ay maayos ang design, nagana ng tama based sa kanyang design, no? At syempre gumagana ng maayos para sa pangangailangan or para sa needs ng customers. Okay? So meron tayo ditong three key levels in terms of quality. Ito yung mga quality levels na kailangan nating unawaan at maintindihan. At number one po diyan will be the organization level, which is focuses on meeting customers' needs. So sa level po ng organization level ay dito natin tinitingnan kung naibibigay po ba ng organization or ng isang company ang gusto ng kanilang mga customers. Kasi may tatlo tayong possible situations. Number one, what customers want and receive. Ibig sabihin, dapat ay kung successful ang organization, no? Success or kumbaga ay maayos or success ang isang organization dahil naibigay niya po yung expected needs ng customers. Second will be what customers want but don't receive. Ito naman yung tinatawag nating mga missed opportunities. Ibig sabihin, may demand si customer pero hindi ito na-supply or hindi ito naibigay ni company or ni organization. Kaya nawawalan tayo ng potential sales. No, nawawalan tayo ng customer satisfaction. And lastly, what customers don't want but receive. No, ito yung considered na waste of resources. Kasi yung nangyayari dito kapag may features or services na ibinigay ang company, pero hindi naman pala let's say kailangan or gusto ng customer, ibig sabihin yung hindi na ibigay in terms of organization level kasi ang goal natin is siguraduhin na align ang product sa needs ng customer para maiwasan natin na masayang ang resources. Siguro naman kayo, no? Parang ang hirap naman na may nare-receive kang ayaw mo. 'Di ba? Kayo as customer, may nare-receive kayong ayaw sa product. Hindi naman natin kailangan. Ano masasayang? Resources. No, hindi na fill in yung butas or yung kulang. Kasi hindi siya align sa product. Yun pa yung tinatawag nating organization level. Ito yung three key levels. No, what customer want and receive, what customers want but don't receive, and what customers don't want but receive. Nagagets po ba? Second, will be the process level. Okay, si process level, no, ito ay nakafocus sa paano ginagawa ang isang trabaho. Dito nakadepende ang quality, no, ng mga methods, systems, procedures na ginagamit po sa pag-produce ng isang service or ng isang product. Ibig sabihin, mas mahalaga pong mas maayos at mas malinis ang workflow. No, may proper monitoring, standardize ang processes para masigurado po natin consistent ang output. At lastly, no, performer, job, task level, yun na, performer job and task level. Dito naman ay ang tinutukoy natin ay individual quality. So sa level ng performer, the job or the task level, ito ay ang quality na ito ay nakadepende sa taong gumagawa ng daily operations. Ito na yung mga tao, no? Mahalaga dito nating ma-emphasize na hindi lamang po proseso ang tinitingnan, yung performance ng gumagawa. Kailangan may skills, no, may knowledge, enough knowledge, siya ay disiplinado, and syempre yung performance ng lahat ng workers. Hindi naman po pwedeng isa lang ang titingnan mo. Lahat po ng worker na involved sa operation ay tinitingnan kung nami-meet ba yung level of the quality. Kasi sila yung direct na nag implement ng process para mabuo yung quality na product or na output. Naunawaan? Okay. So meron tayong tinatawag ditong quality paradigm. Paradigms. Quality paradigms. Okay? Ito naman po ay refers to a particular way of organizing production and managing quality. Okay? So meron tayo ditong customer craft that is focuses on individual customization. When we say customer craft paradigm, no, nakafocus ang ating services or ating product based sa personalization and individual customization ng customer. Yung mga product na ginagawa natin ay nakaayon specifically sa preference ng ating customer. Halimbawa, yung mga handmade products, no, yung mga let's say mga tailor-made clothes, no. custom furnitures. Kasi mas mataas yung focus nila in terms of the detail. Pero syempre, mas matagal po at mas mahal ang production. Okay. Second will be the mass production and sorting paradigm. Okay. Large quantity production. Kasi in terms of mass production and sorting paradigm, nakafocus siya sa paggawa ng napakadami or maraming products. Pero pare-pareha sila ng standard design. Siyempre, para ma-meet natin or ma-fill in natin yung general customer's need. Ginagamit dito yung mga assembly line, standard process para mas maging mabilis at mas efficient ang ating productions. Kaya ang challenge lamang dito kay mass production and sorting paradigm, no, kailangan masigurado natin na walang defects. No, kasi ang magiging output natin ay malaking volume. Kumbaga madami. Sa madalit sabi, no, the quality paradigms ay nagpapakita kung paano inaayos ang production. Pwedeng customize, pwede namang mass productions. Okay, kung makikita niyo sa mga photos, yung mga custom craft natin, yung mga, let's say, damit, sapatos, no, mga crafts natin, ano yung mga personalized na product. In terms of mass production, ito na yung, let's say, yan, mga nakikita ninyo, yung madami. No, yung mga nagma-mass productions, let's say, ay mga chichirya, no, mga drinks. Yan po yung mga mass production and sorting paradigm. Ano pa? We have the statistical quality control paradigm. Ito naman ay we improve the mass production by the use of data and statistical methods. Siyempre, para ma-monitor natin yung quality habang ongoing yung production. No, ginagamit natin sa statistical quality control, no, let's say mga control charts, mga measurements, para ma-detect natin kung ano yung mga nag-a-arise na errors o mga deviations sa lahat ng process bago po lumala yung mga defects. Okay, medyo okay in terms of statistical quality control. C4 naman will be the TQM or the total quality management. Ito pong total quality management, which is the subject ninyo, is a comprehensive approach in terms of quality, is everyone's responsibility. Kumbaga, lahat ng nasa kumpanya ay responsible sa quality. And ang goal natin kay Total Quality Management, ano nga yun? Continuous improvement, customer satisfaction, and the teamwork na kailangan nating ma-maintain para mataas ang quality standards. And lastly, we have the Technocraft. Si Technocraft naman po, ito naman yung customization with technology. Okay? So kumbaga dito ay um, combination of customization and advanced technology. Para kang, let's say, magpapagawa ka ng personalized products, na mas mabilis, mas efficient. Halimbawa, yung mga 3D printing, mga digital manufacturing, na kayang mag-produce ng personalized, kayang mag-produce ng unique design, habang nami-meet or napapanatili natin yung quality at precision. Siyempre, yung bilis din. No, yun po yung tinatawag nating technocraft paradigm. Okay? So let's talk about the cost of quality. So ano nga ba si cost of quality? It compasses the expenses associated with preventing, detecting, and remediating quality-related product or process issues. Okay, so meron tayong uh, four na parts of cost of quality. Number one, prevention cost. Second would be appraisal cost. Third one will be internal failure cost. And the lastly will be external failure cost. So proceed tayo with the definition of prevention cost. Okay, so dito po, inaalam na natin ang mga gastos. No, syempre, gastos para let's say maiwasan or hindi natin makuha yung mga defects bago po siya mangyari. So kumbaga before pa lang gawin si product ay alam ninyo kung ano yung mga possible na mangyari. That's why meron na tayong tinatawag na prevention cost. Gagastos na tayo para maiwasan yung mga defects. Okay, bago siya mangyari. Okay? Let's say, ano ba yung mga example ng prevention cost? Siyempre, gagastos tayo sa training ng ating mga employees, no? Process planning, ano pa, quality improvement programs na meron si company. Kasi yun yung tinatawag nating prevention cost. Gagastos tayo to prevent further problems. Kasi nagtitrain na tayo eh. Pinaplano na natin. Ini-improve na natin yung mga programs natin para hindi magkaroon ng possible defects or maiwasan natin yung mga errors. Second will be the appraisal cost. When we say appraisal cost, ginagamit natin yung term na inspection, testing, kumbaga, no, ng lahat ng services and products para ma-ensure natin na sumusunod siya or nami-meet niya yung standards. Yun po yung appraisal cost. In terms of internal cost or internal failure cost, ito naman po ay kapag defects, no? Kapag may defects na nakita habang nasa production, no? Kumaga may rework, let's say may sira sa output, no? And ang external failure naman, ito naman yung tawag dito, ah medyo mas mahal dahil nangyayari ito kapag ano na, nakarating na yung defect product kay customer. Yung mga returns, no warranty claims, mga customer complaints, yan po yun. No, nakikita niyo yung step by step? So sige, ating i-emphasize ano-ano ba yung apat na yun. No, as I said, when we say prevention cost, ito yung mga expenses na ginagastusan to avoid defects before they occur. Okay, nasabi ko na. That's why nakikita niyo cost of good quality, no prevention cost, planning, maintenance, training, appraisal cost, inspection, calibration, audits. Yung cost naman of bad quality, yan yung mga internal, external, no. So talagang merong pros and cons in terms of cost of quality. Okay? Proceed naman tayo kay appraisal cost. As I said, ano ito ay nakadepende or naka ah, expenses incurred to detect defects through inspection, testing, and evaluation. Okay? Ito naman, ayan, ito yung medyo crucial in terms of fixing problems. No, ito naman ay yung tinatawag nating internal failure cost. Yung internal failure cost, ito yung may nakikitang defects or problem sa isang product or sa isang services bago pa lang siya ibigay kay customer. Ibig sabihin, no, nasa loob pa lang ng process, pinoproseso pa lang, pinoproduce pa lang, alam na agad ang mga possible na maging defects before siya i-deliver. Kumaga naaagapan siya bago siya makarating sa buyer. Okay, sir, ano naman yung tinatawag nating external failure cost? Ito yung masyadong dangerous at most expensive sa lahat ng cost of quality. Kasi pag nakarating si defects or issues kay customer, ito na po yung possible na mangyari. Okay? So, kung makikita nyo naman sa kanyang sa diagram, no, sa product services delivered to the customers, and the customer discovered any defects or issues, ano mangyayari? Possible ma-refund, no, they need warranty, they need to go to the company and use the, let's say, ano nga, customer warranty, no, repair the product. Siyempre, mas mahal kasi talagang it drains the money of the company. Kasi hindi lamang po pera ang nauubos, no? Magkakaroon din siya ng trust or damage sa reputation ng company. Okay? Yeah. Sir, what about uh, comparing the cost of conformance versus the cost of non-conformance? So kung makikita ninyo sa picture, sa cost of poor quality, cost of good quality, no, meron silang mga appraisal cost, prevention cost, under siya ng good quality. In terms of cost of poor quality, ito naman yung internal failure cost and external failure cost. Okay? Good. Yeah. Sige, emphasize muna natin to. Si cost of conformance, ito yung mga cost or ito yung mga gastos para, let's say, masigurado nating maganda at quality yung ating product bago po natin siya ibigay sa customer. Okay, so kasama dito yung, as I said, mga prevention and appraisal cost. No, ibig sabihin, gumagastos na agad si company for inspection, for testing, and for training of their workers para ma-meet yung quality. No, nagkakaroon sila ng planning. Okay, para kung magagastos na ako para lang maiwasan yung mga problems. And then ito naman kasi si cost of non-conformance, medyo crucial siya. As I said, no, ito ay tumutukoy naman or nakafocus naman siya sa pagkakaroon ng defects or pagkakamali ng product and services. Dito pumapasok, as I said, yung mga internal failure cost and external failure cost na talagang masyadong nakakaubos ng resources. Okay? Ito naman yung gagastos ka dahil may problema na. No, kung anong gusto nyo, doon kayo kay cost of conformance or kay a cost of non-conformance. For me, kung akong tatanungin, mas magaling pang gumastos na, no, kesa naman sa hindi ka nga gumastos, bagsak naman ang produkto mo, nakapunta ah, kaya tawag dito kay customers, nag-complain si customers, bukod sa naubos ang resources, naubos yung ating, let's say, money, no, bumagsak pa ang reputations ng company. Kumbaga, it's better than late than never. Actually, mali. Ay, mali. It's better, ano pala, may motto yun eh. Parang, prevention is better than cure. Parang ganon. Tama ba ako? Parang ganon. No, parang kumbaga ay mas maganda na yung i-prevent natin yung mga possible na mangyari kaysa sa nag-occur na, mas mahal pa. No, mas grabe pa yung nagastos. Okay? Parang sa health lang ano. Okay. Proceed tayo with the total quality management. Talagang i-emphasize natin yung word na total quality management. As I said, it is a structured approach that helps organization achieve continuous improvement in the quality of their products, services, and processes. It combines the management techniques, continuous improvement efforts, technical analytical tools, to create a systematic and ongoing improvement process that is focused on customer satisfaction and long-term success. Okay, as I said, it is the goal of the TQM is continuous improvements. Okay, so kung mapapansin ninyo yung picture, the quality control kay product, no? And then kapag si product may processes na, we need to ensure the quality. That's why meron tayong quality assurance. And then the total quality management, siya yung on top, siya yung pinakamataas, nasa taas ng structured approach na si company, si processes, si products ay doon lahat ano kay total quality management. Okay? So as I said, si TQM, siya ay nakafocus sa customer satisfaction and long-term organizational success. Okay? Yeah. We have here the key principle of TQM. No, kung mapakikita ninyo, define, identify, select, implement, and evaluate. So in your right side of the PPT, makikita ninyo meron tayong tatlo dyan. No, we have customer focus, yung mga principles ni TQM, continuous improvement, employee involvement. So unahin natin si customers focus. Okay? Pag sinabing customer focus, ibig sabihin ang lahat ng ginagawa po ng isang organization or ng isang company ay nakasenter sa needs and satisfaction of customers. So dapat po ay naiintindihan natin kung ano yung gusto ni user at ni client. Kumbaga kanina na-emphasize ko na naman itong customer focus. Second will be continuous improvement. Hindi, sabi ko nga hindi po pwedeng okay na. No, kailangan tuloy-tuloy or continuous ang pag-improve ng process, ng product at ng services ng isang company. Third one, we have the employee involvement. As I said, the word total, no, all the employees, all the part of the organization is involved in terms of improving the quality of the company. Hindi lamang po management, ang nagde-decides. No, kailangan din ng ideas, feedbacks, and cooperation of the workers. Okay? Ano pa? So, meron pa tayo ditong other key principles of TQM. Number 4 will be the process improvement. Number 5, defect prevention, not detection. And number 6, management philosophy shift. So, sa pang-apat, sa process improvement, no, sabi ko nga hindi lamang po final product ang tinitingnan natin kundi lahat or buong process na pinagdadaanan or pinagdaanan bago mabuo ang isang output or isang services ay chine-check na natin, ini-improve na natin kasi ino-optimize natin. No, we need to optimize all the steps para mas maging efficient, consistent at mataas ang quality ng ating pong product or ng ating output. Okay, and then as fifth one, we have defect prevention, not detection. Parang ang hirap naman na na-detect mo na ah, defect, no? Ibig sabihin na-produce na. Sayang ang resources. Doon dapat tayo kay defect prevention. Kasi nakafocus si TQM in terms sa paghahanap ng mali, no? Dapat kasi hindi po pwedeng, ito yung mali, no, ito yung defects, meron na-produce na. Hindi po ganun. Kailangan, una pa lang, makaiwas na tayo or maiwasan na natin or ma-prevent na natin ang pagkakaroon ng defects bago pa lang magsimula yung process. Kasi mas maganda siguro na ma-prevent na natin yung isang bagay kaysa gagastos tayo ng oras at ng resources para mas maayos ito or maayos ito. Okay? And lastly, no, the management philosophy shift. Kasi si TQM, no, si Total Quality Management, nagkakaroon kasi tayo ng pagbabago or changes or shifting ng mindset in terms of management. No, mula sa traditional top-down control, papunta kay collaborative or let's say quality-oriented leadership. Ano yung tinutukoy dito ni Sir? Tinutukoy po dito ay mas binibigyan po natin ng halaga or mas binibigyan natin ng value ang teamwork customer satisfaction at continuous quality improvement kaysa sa mga short-term output. No, kaya kung mapapansin ninyo, ay, ito pala yung mga key principle ni TQM. Akala ko, ang goal niya lang ay uh, needs of the customers, the quality of the customers. Hindi pala. May mas malalim pa palang definition and principles na meron si TQM na kailangan nating maunawaan at maintindihan. Okay? Kasi dito natin malalaman ang paggawa or tamang paggawa ng quality products and services in terms of proper process, prevention of errors, and syempre yung shared responsibility ng buong organization. Okay? So, saan ba pwede or kung saan ba natin siya pwedeng i-apply no si TQM? Pero sabi ko nga no si TQM talaga ay nagsimula sa manufacturing industry. Pero si TQM kasi ay hindi limited sa manufacturing industry lang. No, sa totoo lang, pwede siyang gamitin sa lahat ng uri ng organization. Mapayan ay sa company in terms of service, product, kahit anong pinoprovide mo kay customers. Lahat po ay meron. Kahit even dito sa ating school, meron tayong total quality management. Ano pa? Yan, even highway maintenance, hotels, schools, churches. Oh, sa lahat po ng environment ay meron tayong TQM. Okay? Siyempre, dito sa school, siyempre gumagamit kami ng TQM, no, para siyempre ma-improve natin yung quality of teaching, no, learning environment. That's why nag-i-improve yung ating mga classrooms. Siyempre, yung mga student services natin, no, dati mabagal yung mga student services natin dito sa school, pero they are keep improving. No, that's why humihingi sila ng mga feedback from students, paano nila improve yung, let's say, services, no, instructions, and other academic supports. Kaya ano pa, hotels. No, si TQM naman, nakadepende din yan sa mga hotels, nakadepende siya sa customer satisfactions, cleanliness of the rooms, quality of the service from the staffs. Okay, ano pa, highway maintenance. No, syempre dito medyo crucial siya, no? Kasi syempre, kailangan nating ma-ensure yung safety at kumaga maayos at well-maintained yung ating mga kalsadang dinadaanan, no, mga signage, mga infrastructures na ginagamit po ng public. Okay? Ano pa? Yan, even churches. Yung mga religious organizations natin, pwede din silang i-apply yung mga TQM natin para ma-improve yung services ng, let's say, mga members, no, maging maayos yung mga community programs, events, no, let's say, mga pastoral services. Kasi si TQM ay hindi lang siya naka-close or limited sa manufacturing industry. You can also apply it sa iba't ibang process, no? Kung ano yung gusto mong ibigay sa iyong customers, sa mga tao, no? Kung ano yung gusto mo ba silang bigyan ng isang maganda at maayos na quality na product or na output or let's say services. Okay. Yeah. So meron tayo here na the primary elements of total quality management. Kung kanina, key principles, ngayon po ay ating aalamin or ating i-emphasize the elements or the primary elements of total quality management. Okay, so medyo kung makikita ninyo para siyang may foundation. Kita niyo sa picture foundation ng isang bahay. Okay, so si TQM or si Total Quality Management, okay, siya yung nagbibigay ng foundation or the core values na kailangan nating isaalang-alang or let's say maging foundation ng ating TQM system. Kasi yung pangunahing or let's say yung mga values natin, let's say mga ethics, integrity, yung trust na talagang kailangan, no, in terms of a company, no, kahit sa organization, no, mahalaga po na ang mga tao or yung mga workers or empleyado natin ay gumagawa ng tama, ano pa, tapat, and may trust sa kanilang mga coworkers. Dahil dito natin na ibibigay yung tinatawag nating stability in terms of quality management. Okay? And then since tayo ay alam natin yung core value, which is the foundation of the total quality management system, kailangan din po nating malaman yung tinatawag nating key components for success. Ito yung elements na tumutulong para mas ma-implement natin ng mas maayos si total quality management. Kasama na dito yung leadership, teamwork, and training. No, leadership of those managers, CEOs, or administrative officials, no, teamwork of all the workers, even the higher ups and the frontline workers, kailangan may teamwork. And syempre, continuous trainings. Bawal matenga, laging may training. Okay? So si TQM ay hindi lang nakasalalay sa ganung aspeto lang ng ah, quality. No, nakasalalay siya sa strong values of the foundation, no, active participations ng bawat miyembro, okay, to meet the success. Ano pa? Para lang pala siyang paggawa ng isang bahay. Ano, ngayon ko lang din na-realize, bakit may foundation? Bakit may, ah, yan, may mga foundation tayo, bakit meron tayo mga bricks, no? And bakit tayo may binding mortar or yan yung parang samento. Ngayon ko lang din talaga na-realize. No, kasi akala ko simpleng proseso lang siya ng quality management. Pwede nyo pala siyang ihalin tulad sa paggawa nyo or sa pag-build nyo ng isang ng bahay. Since kayo naman ay mga drafting, no, alam ninyo kung ano yung mga process, mga bawat process sa pagbuo ng isang bahay and kung i-apply nyo siya sa total quality management, it's still the same. No, from the foundation, from the bricks, or from the materials that we are going to use, up until the binding mortar and up until sa finished product. Dito kasi kay binding mortar, in terms of elements of total quality management, we need to emphasize the communication. 'Di ba? If we work together, no, ano yung, I mean, kailangan natin? Communication, right? Kahit saan yan, kahit kayo ay sa relationship, no, mag-work ang isang relationship or mag-work ang isang company with proper communication, with clear communication. Kumaga dito sa communication, dito sa binding mortar nating tinatawag, okay, so as I said, it is the very important part of elements of TQM kasi ito yung nagbabind, no? Ito yung nagdidikit sa lahat ng TQM elements. So meron tayo ditong three uh, kinds of communication. So meron tayo ditong downward communication, upward communication, sideway lateral communication. Pag sinabi po nating downward communication, dito po ay kung saan yung mga instructions or policies na galing sa management pupunta po kay employees. Yun po yung downward communication. Instruction and policies sa management papunta or pababa sa employees. Pangalawa, yung tinatawag nating upward communication. Ito yung feedback or concerns ng employees na ipapasa pabalik kay management. And then last one, we have the sideway or lateral communication. Ang nangyayari dito, no, sa pagitan ng coworkers or let's say departments, ito yung nangyayari. Okay? Ito yung communication between the coworkers and different departments. Okay? And lastly, we have the roof or recognition of and motivation. Ito yung nagbibigay ng inspiration sa lahat ng employees para makapag-perform ng mahusay. Di ba yung mga CEO or let's say supervisor, they telling the employees, mga empleyado na keep going, you are doing good, no? Kumbaga, words of motivations. Kapag ang mga workers kasi nare-recognize yung kanilang effort, sila ay namomotivate. No, mas nagiging committed. No, siguro naman kayo kapag nakakarinig kayo ng something na uh, kumbaga recognize your efforts, your sacrifices, talagang mas mamomotivate kayo na magbigay ng quality service and outputs para ma-exceed yung expectations ng customers. So sa madalit salita, no, talagang malaki ang importansya ng lahat ng elements para mabuo si TQM. No, dapat meron tayong strong values, teamwork, clear communication, and motivation sa mga tao sa loob sa loob ng organization. Okay? So here are the core elements of or core concept of total quality management. Number one is customer satisfaction, external. We also have the internal customer satisfactions. All work is a process. Measurement, some ways to measure quality includes defects, rework, scrap, lost items, backlogs, late deliveries. Okay, and then meron din tayo here na synergy and teamwork, people make quality, continuous improvement cycle, and prevention. So dito muna tayo sa customer satisfaction. As I said, no, ito yung pinaka-goal natin as TQM, yung satisfaction ng actual customers and clients na gumagamit ng product and services. So kapag satisfied ang customers, ano nga ulit 'yon? Ibig sabihin, mas mataas po ang quality ng output ng organization or ng company. Second will be the internal customer satisfactions. Hindi lamang po external customers ang mahalaga, no? Pati na rin yung nasa loob or mga empleyado or people behind organization. So halimbawa, yung isang department at let's say customer din siya ng ibang department. Kapag umasa sila sa output ng isa't isa, no, yun po yung tinatawag nating internal customer satisfaction. Ibig sabihin, they are the customer of each other and they are depending on the satisfaction and the service that are given by different departments. Okay? Ano pa? All work is a process. So sa TQM, tinitingnan po ang trabaho bilang isang series of steps and process na kailangan nating i-improve continuously para mas maging efficient at mas consistent ang ating result. Okay? Ano pa? Measurement. So measurement, it's also part or core concepts of the TQM kasi mahalaga nating masukat or ma-measure yung quality para malaman natin na effective ba yung ating mga process. May ilang kasing paraan kung paano natin siya susukatin. No, like yung mga defects, reworks, scrap, lost items, backlogs, and late deliveries. Okay? We also have here the synergy and teamwork. Ibig sabihin nito, mas maganda siguro or mas maganda ang nagiging result kapag ang ah, mga tao or ang mga employee ay nagtutulungan, merong teamwork. Kasi sa kay TQM, naniniwala tayo na ang collective effort ng team ay mas powerful kaysa sa individual work. Ako naniniwala akong ganun. No, kasi na mas maganda or mas maganda ang output ng isang company or ng isang product ng merong teamwork. Kesa, though wala namang problema if you are working individually. No, dito lang kay TQM, we are emphasizing the teamwork. the importance of teamwork. Sixth, we have the people make quality. Si quality ay hindi lamang po nakasalalay sa ating mga machines at systems. No, sino ba ang nagpapagana ng machine? Sino ba ang nagpapagana ng systems? Yung mga tao. Okay? At yung mga tao at yung mga workers na yun, they are operating those machines, those systems. And hindi machines ang gumagawa din ng quality. It also the people who are using the machines and systems. Kaya talagang mahalaga sa isang company at sa isang, let's say, manufacturing na merong mga skills, attitude, maayos ang attitude, committed sa kanilang mga trabaho, no? At yun nga, committed sa paggawa ng maayos na output, no? O na product or services. Yun naman talaga yung ating goal. Okay, and second to the last, we have to continuously improve. No, kumbaga continuous improvement cycle. Ito yung we are seeking for continuous improvement. No, we are processing, no, we are evaluating, we are improving the work system. So hindi tumitigil si TQM na okay na to. No, they are sabi ko nga para siyang gulong, para siyang gear na patuloy na umiikot ng umiikot na they are not quitting or stopping the process kasi as I said it is a continuous improvement. Hindi sila naghahanap na okay na to, stop na to. No, they are improving, mas mapataas pa ang quality. And lastly, prevention. No, mas pinahahalagahan ng total quality management ang pag-iwas sa madaming errors kesa mag-ayos ng mga problema. Kahit siguro kayo mas maganda na umiwas na tayo kesa tayo ay nag-aayos na ng problema. Kasi ito ay mas efficient, ano pa, hindi siya masyadong mataas ang cost. So, kumbaga meron tayong prevention para kesa sa corrections. Okay? So si TQM, simula kanina, no, tungkol siya hindi lamang sa quality. Ito ay tungkol sa teamwork, sa tao, sa continuous improvement at preventions. Okay? So here are the benefits of the TQM. Okay? Ay, ang dami naman pong benefits na meron si Total Quality Management. So as you can see on the diagram or the photo sa inyo pong screen, yan po yung lahat ng benefits of the TQM. No? Si TQM naman, hindi lang siya nag-check ng product. No? It is a mindset for everyone. From the CEO up until the frontline worker, they need to be committed to continuous improvement. So kung meron, makikita nyo diyan, meron diyang mga, no, one of the benefits of the TQM is higher productivity. No, reduce cost. Bakit? Dahil ah maaalis na natin yung mga waste and defects na hindi na tayo nagsasayang ng mga resources. Plus, dahil mas maayos ang system, mas nagiging improve at innovative yung ating pong naging nag-improve at nagiging innovative ang ating pong mga process leading to higher profitability. At syempre, kapag smooth ang workflow, mas masaya ang mga empleyado, no, kasi mas magaan ang trabaho nila. No, they are one of the benefits of TQM is uh, it improves the employees' morale. What else? We have the customer impact. No, yung tingin ng customer sa isang company. No, tayo ay babawi sa market, ika nga ng iba. Kaya lagi nakafocus sa kung ano yung nakikita ng market. Si TQM, it leads to improve customers' focus and satisfaction. Kasi kapag laging quality yung ipinapakita natin at binibigay natin sa kanila at yung nararanasan ni customer, nagkakaroon po tayo ng increased customer loyalty and retention. Hindi kasi sila lilipat sa iba kasi subok na maayos yung binibigay natin. Siguro naman kahit kayo, no, if you are buying a product na consistent yung quality and nakikita natin yung improvement, no, quality na, tapos continuous improvement pa, siguro doon na ako. Hindi na ako hahanap ng iba. No, kahit sa pagkain. Oh, 'di ba may mga paborito tayong kinakainan na food stalls or food company. No, so ganun lang din po dito. No, tayo ay pumipili or tayo ay nagiging loyal sa isang product na hindi na tayo hanap ng iba kasi nga na-meet na niya yung pangangailangan natin. Okay, yun yung isa sa benefits of the TQM. What else? Strategic advantage. No, it makes the company stronger. No, meron kasi siyang flexibility uh, to changing market conditions. No, si TQM also can strengthen competitive position. So lahat po ng ito ay it result to enhance shareholder and stakeholder value. So uh, lahat panalo. No, hanggang sa may-ari, empleyado, kay customer, lahat panalo. Kasi si TQM, hindi naman siya one time, big time. No, it is a complicated journey of constant refinement para laging on top ang service natin. Okay? Next, we have shifting from traditional management to total quality management. So, kung makikita ninyo, meron tayong two tables here. Okay, sa traditional management, kung makikita po ninyo, it focuses on internal activities, decisions are made by top management, quality control happens at the end of the production, decision based on assumptions, large sudden changes, and focuses on customer satisfaction. Ayun pala, large sudden changes. While total quality management, it focuses on the customer satisfaction, encourage teamwork and employee involvement. Pa? A decision based on facts and data and continuous small improvements. So, kung pag-uusapan natin yung traditional management sa total quality management, malaki yung pinagkaiba nila. No, kung makikita ninyo, doon sa traditional management, nakafocus siya sa internal activities ng organization. No, ang decision nila ay ginagawa nila mainly sa top management. Hindi nila pinariringgan or hindi nila kinukuha or hindi agad nila naririnig yung mga input ng employees. Kasi ang quality control naman ay kadalasang ginagawa sa dulo ng production process. Kaya kung ang mga error or yung mga error na late na di-discover, no, madalas din yung mga decision ay nakabase sa assumptions. No, minsan kasi may mga large and sudden changes sa system na talagang ang hirap niya agad baguhin. Pero kung makikita ninyo yung total quality management, no, uh, compare sa traditional management, nakafocus si TQM sa customer satisfaction. No, mas pinahahalagahan niya yung teamwork at employee involvement dahil naniniwala si total quality management na ang quality ay responsible lahat ng part or lahat ng members ng company or ng organization. Okay, and then si TQM or si Total Quality Management, si quality assurance ay naka-integrate or nakasama na or naka-join na sa isang process. Hindi lang siya ginagawa sa dulo. Sabi ko nga, every process, every step-by-step procedure ay meron ng quality assurance. Na sa halip na malaki ang biglaang changes, no, mas pinipili nila yung continuous and small improvements para mas sustainable ang development ng organization. Sa madaling salita, ang TQM ay mas people-centered, process-oriented, at nakafocus sa continuous quality improvement kaysa sa traditional management approach. Okay? Yeah. So, if we're going to compare the business process reengineering and total quality management, ito po iyon. No, sa business process reengineering ay siya ay nakafocus sa radical change, complete redesign, and processes. Okay, while total quality management is nakafocus naman siya sa gradual change and continuous improvement. Meaning, doon sa process reengineering, binabago or nire-redesign ang buong process upang ma-meet ng mas mabilis at malaki ang improvement. Kumbaga, ito ay nagsisimula sa driven by top management. Nakafocus siya sa efficiency and cost cutting. While si total quality management, naka-focus siya sa gradual change and continuous improvement. No, hindi agad malaki yung pagbabago, but they are consistently changing. Kung tuloy-tuloy yung small improvements ng bawat process, ano nangyayari? Nakikita natin in the latter part yung mga improvements. Si TQM kasi driven by employees for at all levels. Okay, customer satisfaction teamwork trainings, communications. So talagang madali. Si BPR, no, nakatungkol siya sa big radical redesigns ng process. Si TQM, based sa gradual change continuous quality improvement. Ito ay nakapokus naman sa people-centered approach. Okay, naunawaan po ba? Yan. So, okay. So that's all for this unit number 1. I hope na kayo po ay may natutunan in terms of the foundation and the core key concept of the total quality management and syempre the description itself of the total quality management. Okay? And then we will proceed with the unit number 2